Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Large Shield Interior Wall Sconce. This is the 201067. Also beautiful shield table lamps and floor lamps. There's a 24-inch long shield sconce as well. That one's going to be better for pushing light out at you, but it's a little different than this one. So let's jump into details on this. This is pretty big, 46.2 inches high. 11.6 inches in width, and projection coming up from the wall is 6.3. The mounting height on this is 18.3 inches from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your junction box, and backplate 24 inches by 5. Coming in at 31 pounds, 31.5, so something you should know. Want to show you a little bit more information about all of this, and how we're going to do it is to take a quick look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down. You're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, how the bracket goes on this, great line drawings of the back of this, the inside of it, and how it goes onto your junction box. Lots of good details there. It's also going to be a pull-down menu, actually two of them, for your finishes on this. So you have a pull-down menu that says choose the finish for the fixture, choose a finish for the accent, and a lot of you guys are going to want to know what those are. So when you're looking at this fixture, the big 46-inch long curved piece that's kind of facing you is actually the accent. The little piece, or smaller piece, the rectangular one that's curved toward the back, that's actually the finish of the fixture. Believe it or not, it usually runs that the finish of the fixture is going to be attached to the light source, and then whatever else is going on is going to be the accent. So that's just kind of a rule of thumb in the world of Hubbardton Forge. So some of you guys are going to be wanting to do multiple finishes on this. So there's translucent finishes and opaque finishes to begin with. And when you have such heavy forging, and this big piece is really heavily forged, when you look at the image of this, you can see the lighter and darker areas. Go back to our finishes help guide video in that section. It's in the red tabs. Watch the video and you'll see the difference between opaque finishes like soft gold and sterling and those kind of things in black, versus the translucent finishes, which are a window to the metal. It's going to be really important on this fixture. You have the option of doing two different finishes. I would probably try to go for a finish in the back that's going to allow you to see all that work, all that modeling work back there, and that's going to be a translucent finish, like dark smoke, bronze, something like that. In the front, you could do, it's going to read in silhouette anyway because the light source is behind it. You could do that in a different finish like black, but most likely I would probably just do the whole thing in one finish because the design of this fixture is so strong. I'm not trying to compete with it by just having multiple finishes, but it's up to you. But you can play designer on that. Okay, let's talk about what's going to be coming out of this. This is using 18 watts of electricity, and that's going to pump out 1,250 lumens, which is about the equivalent of a 150 watt bulb. But remember, that's going to be dispersed on the entire fixture, right? It's going to be, the whole thing. So that's what you have coming out. It's going to be beautiful sculpture at the end of the day that provides a beautiful ambient light in the room. That's what this thing is all about. The color temperature of the light in this is going to be 3,000 Kelvin. If you've watched any of my other videos on this, on any of our videos, we always talk about the temperature, the color temperature of light coming out of LEDs. When you go to a store and you buy an LED, you can usually get a pretty good range to pick from. They're going to, they offer them to you in 2700 Kelvin. That is a super yellow light, like a setting sun, or almost like you dimmed down an incandescent bulb. Way on the other side of that, they also will offer you something called daylight. So if you've ever gone out and bought LEDs, you can see daylight, warm white, 2700 Kelvin. They're all there. So the daylight one sounds like it's warm, but it's not. That's going to be 4,000 Kelvin, and that is a bluish white light. So keep in mind on that. What we like to use in our showroom is 3,000 Kelvin. That is warm white, soft white, and not daylight. And that is what's coming down from this bulb above me. So you can see how nice this looks, and that's probably what I would probably do on this fixture. Well, actually, that's what it comes in anyway. We do them custom. If you do want to pop over to a 2700 Kelvin or a 4,000 Kelvin, you just email me and say you're looking at a 21067. Adds time and money, but people do customs with Hubbardton Forge every day. But circling back, I think a 3,000 Kelvin bulb, actually series of LEDs, and that's what this is the right way to go on this. Also a dimmable fixture without a problem. Tell your installer you're using a dimmable LED and you should be fine there, because they're going to put the right switch on the wall. If you want to see what this looks like in your project, there's a great way to do it. You can email us an image of the room that you're working with, and then we can take our very powerful AI tools, take this fixture, place it in that room, send it back to you, so you get to see a nice rendering of what this would look like in your project. It doesn't cost you anything. It's a great idea to do. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.